If you are brand new to investing in Singapore, you will have this question. Where do I even begin? Because if you go online and start searching, you will get hit with 100 different opinions. Buy this stock, use this app, invest your CPF, open an SRS account, trade options. The noise is overwhelming, and most of it is not actually designed for someone who is just starting up. So today, I want to cut through all that noise. I'm going to walk you through the right order to start investing in Singapore as a complete beginner in 2026. This is not about what is theoretically optimal. It is actually practical, low risk, and sets you up properly for the long term. And if you're new here, my name is Chris, an ex-chartered accountant, now the full-time personal finance content creator, and I've been investing for over a decade. I'm also trying to build up my Instagram, so go and follow me on my Instagram page at sghoneymoney. And I still remember how confusing the starting point felt. So let me save you the confusion in today's video. Number one, I will need to define the 3 pools of money that you will have as a beginner investor. You need to understand that in Singapore, you have 3 separate pools that you can invest with, either your cash, your CPF, or your SRS. Most beginners make the mistake of jumping straight into whichever they heard about it first. Someone tells them that the CPF can be invested, so they go and research on it. Then someone tells them that SRS can help you save tax, so they go down the rabbit hole of SRS investing. And they end up confused, paralyzed, and doing nothing. So let me give you the mental model first. Cash is always the most flexible pool, no doubts about it. No restrictions on what to buy, when to buy, and when you can access it. This is where every beginner to start with, looking at cash for investments. Now, CPF is your retirement and housing savings fund. Some of you call it that way. It already earns you guaranteed interest between 2.5% in OA and 4% in SA. CPF does has its own investing rules, restrictions, and real consequences if you get it wrong, so it's not really for beginners. And let's move on to SRS. It's a tax optimization account, and it only makes sense when your income is high enough that you're paying meaningful income tax and you want to reduce the tax bill. Now, for most fresh graduates and early career people, the numbers just do not justify it yet. So the order is very clear. Always prioritize investing your cash first. Then your CPF and SRS can come later once you have built your foundation, your fundamentals, your cornerstone, your basic tier. Okay, so let me explain for each of this. Part 2, why CPF investing is not for beginners. I want to be upfront about CPF because I know a lot of people, they get very excited when they found out, hey, I can invest my OA account balance above 20K. Yes, anything above 20K in your CPF OA can be invested. The first 20K in the CPF OA stays put and earns you a guaranteed 2.5% per annum. You cannot invest that portion, so you have to leave it alone. But here's my honest take on why beginners should not rush into CPF investing. Number one, CPF already gives you a guaranteed return, 2.5% OA, 4% SA. The guaranteed return is your benchmark. Whatever you invest in has to beat that consistently to be worth the risk and the effort. This is not easy, especially when you're still learning and you know nothing about investments. Number 2, if you have not secured your first home yet, the CPF OA is your most important housing asset. Whether you're paying for down payments, stamp duty, monthly mortgage repayments, all of that could be paid up from your CPF OA. So if you lock it up in investments before you even sorted out your housing situation, this is just putting the cart before the horse. In other words, redundant and the wrong order. Number 3, the opportunity cost of a wrong decision in CPF is real. If you invest poorly and your CPF OA drops in value, that is your retirement and housing money taking a hit. The stakes are too high to be learning on the job. So my advice towards CPF investing is just leave it alone until you're comfortable investing with cash and until your housing situation is sorted. This is despite me sharing a lot about CPF investing and showing my performance returns. But I want to talk about SRS now. Here is one thing that you should do before 1st of July 2026. Now, SRS stands for Supplementary Retirement Scheme. Okay, it's a voluntary account that lets you contribute pre-tax income, which reduces your taxable income for that year. So when you withdraw in retirement, only 50% of the withdrawal is taxable. And this has significant tax savings and it's a form of deferred tax benefit. Now, it sounds really great, right? And it is, but only once your income is at a level where income tax is quite painful. If you're a fresh grad earning around $4,000 a month, your income tax bill is probably not large enough to justify locking money away in SRS yet. The math just do not work in your favor at that income level. At a higher income level, yes, but at the basic tier, I think it's better to focus on other things. But here is one thing that I need every single one of you to do, regardless of income level, regardless of whether you plan to contribute seriously to SRS, is to open the SRS account now. Contribute $1. Why? Because from 1st of July onwards, the statutory retirement age in Singapore is going to go up from 63 to 64. The retirement age at the time that you open your SRS account determines when you can start making withdrawals with the 50% tax concession. So if you open this account before 1st of July, you can lock in 63 as your withdrawal age. But if you open it after, you need to wait one more year at 64. I know it's just a 1 year difference, it is one account opening, but really just do it. Faster is better than later. You can do it with either DBS, OCBC or UOB. Pick what you already use. Takes just 10 minutes online. That's my public service announcement. Now, when you are more experienced and your income grows, I have a full CPF and SRS investment strategy video ready for you in the description. But today, just open the SRS account. Okay, moving on to the serious stuff on cash investing and where to start. This is where your beginner journey actually begins, and I want to walk you through exactly how a beginner should approach this, including the platform I would use if I was starting from zero today. Now, if you're starting from zero in 2026, I would recommend Moomoo as the investment and trading platform. So let me walk you through from start to finish of a beginner journey on Moomoo. Step 1. Welcome rewards. Why? Because when you first sign up and fund your account through my special link in the description, Moomoo has welcome rewards waiting for you. We are talking about trading cash coupons and free stocks. Now, these rewards directly reduce your cost of getting started, because I know a lot of you just wait for durian to drop. But really, don't wait already. You just get all these rewards first, which matters a lot when you're investing small amounts in the beginning. So use my special link or special code, qualify for the rewards first so you're net positive, and let the platform essentially subsidize your first few trades. So this is your motivation to get started with investing. Step 2. Park your idle cash in the money market fund. So here's something that most beginners do not know. You do not have to be fully invested immediately. I know, because you're still learning, right? You don't know what to buy. In fact, you should go and take your time to learn, to research, to build conviction before you buy anything. But while you're doing that research, your uninvested cash does not have to sit idle. Moomoo has a money market fund option called Moomoo Cash Plus, where your uninvested SGD and USD can earn a competitive yield while you figure out your next move. And this is a habit that every serious investor has, because your idle cash can earn something while you wait and learn, and you can already start that habit from day one. What's more, there's a great feature called Smart Save in Moomoo, because with Smart Save, your idle cash can auto-subscribe to Cash Plus and potentially generate returns. And if you buy any stocks, it will redeem automatically before you have an outstanding balance on your account. So everything is fully automated and can help you make your money earn money automatically. Now, step 3, you will need to start exploring the markets. Moomoo gives you access to Singapore, US, Hong Kong, and Japan markets all within one app. And honestly, for a beginner, that is more than enough to keep you busy for the first 2 to 3 years of your investment journey. Singapore stocks are a natural starting point. You understand these companies, you have seen them before in your daily life, and it builds familiarity with how the markets move. US stocks give you global growth exposure to the world's largest economy and the biggest companies on the planet. Hong Kong gives you Asian market access and exposure to Chinese growth. Japan is also a huge developed market outside of US that has the potential with their massive GDP. So depending on which markets you prefer, and as you learn along the way, then you can use Moomoo to invest. Step 4, you really need to utilize the tools that comes in your Moomoo app, because many platforms will just give you a buy and sell button and leave you to figure out the rest yourself. But Moomoo built an entire ecosystem around you. There is Moomoo AI, which is 24/7 investment assistant built directly into the app. And the response is highly accurate because Moomoo AI is based on real-time code on Moomoo with plenty of information and useful market tools. You can ask it anything like what is a PE ratio, how do I read a candlestick chart, what happened to this stock today. It answers in plain English any time of day. And when I was a beginner, I have so many questions, but I got nobody to ask. I also don't know who to ask. But now beginners, you can go and ask Moomoo AI. Ask that question in the app directly and you can get a very accurate answer. And beyond the app itself, Moomoo also runs free Moo Academy investment workshops regularly and has 3 physical experience stores in Singapore. So if you're the kind of person who learns better face-to-face instead of online digitally, that option exists. Not many platforms in Singapore offer that combination of digital tools plus physical touchpoints. Moomoo also has been voted SIA's best retail broker for 3 consecutive years running. SIA's awards are voted by actual investors, not a marketing committee. Over 1.5 million users are already on the platform, which is roughly 1 in every 2 Singapore residents. That kind of adoption says something about trust and reliability. So I'll leave my special link in the description, or you can scan this QR code to start your investment journey with Moomoo today. But maybe the most important question is what to actually buy as a beginner. And I want to leave you with some practical guidance on what to actually consider buying when you're just starting out. Because just having a platform alone does not make you an investor. For most beginners, the answer is broad-based diversified index funds or ETFs rather than individual stocks. And here is why. When you buy an individual stock, you are making a bet on one single company. If that company has a bad quarter, issues a profit warning, or faces an industry disruption, your portfolio is going to take a direct hit. As a beginner, you just do not have the skills yet to assess whether that hit is temporary or permanent. That uncertainty is very uncomfortable and leads most beginners to panic sell at exactly the wrong time. An ETF or exchange-traded fund spreads your money across hundreds or thousands of companies in a single purchase. When one company has a bad day, the rest of the portfolio cushions the blow. Your job is no longer to just pick the right company. Your job is simply to own a broad slice of the market and let the economy do the work over time. For pure Singapore exposure, something like the STI ETF gives you the top 30 companies listed on the SGX in one trade. For US exposure, you can look at the broad market ETFs that tracks the S&P 500 or a total world stock index. All of these ETFs are accessible on Moomoo. The most important thing at this stage is not about picking the perfect ETF. It's about building the habit of investing consistently, staying calm when the markets drop, and continuing to learn, because the knowledge compounds alongside the money. So here is the order I want you to remember. Number 1, start with cash investing and build your knowledge, your habits, and your emotional resilience here first. Use a platform that supports your learning, not just your trading. Number 2, open an SRS account before 1st of July 2026. Contribute $1 pocket, come back to it when your income justifies it. Number 3, CPF investing comes last. Once your experience and your housing situation is secured, then you come back and look at CPF investing. And the fact is, you do not need to do all these 3 this week. You just need to take that one step. Open your cash brokerage account, set up the money market fund on Moomoo Cash Plus for your idle cash, and start learning. And remember to sign up for Moomoo with my special link in the description, or apply the special code to get your welcome rewards. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy such investment content. And if you're advanced already, you want to move on to CPF and SRS investing, I would really recommend you to watch this video of mine where I go through how I invest my CPF and SRS right here.